star title. When the black sheep finally snapped and blew the family secrets wide open star. So buckle up, because this is a long one, and honestly, I'm still processing everything that's happened. For years, I was Star, the black sheep star of my family. The problem child, the one they whispered about behind closed doors, the screw-up who never amounted to anything. But what they didn't know, I was watching, and I wasn't just hurting quietly. I was collecting every filthy secret, every lie, and every ugly truth, and last weekend I finally snapped. Let me start from the beginning. I grew up in a family that looked perfect from the outside, wealthy, influential, conservative reputation. But behind closed doors, it was a nightmare. My parents were textbook narcissists. My father, a prominent lawyer with a pristine public image, was an alcoholic and emotionally abusive tyrant. My mother turned a blind eye, or maybe was complicit. I'm not sure. My two older siblings, golden children who never got called out for anything, and usually took part in the torment. Me? I was the scapegoat for every bad thing that happened. I was lazy, irresponsible, a disappointment, and no one wanted around. They forced me into rehab multiple times during my teenage years, because they thought I was obviously abusing substances, when in reality I was just depressed and isolating. I did experiment with pot briefly, okay? But only because I was trying to numb the pain. I never got to speak at family dinners. My successes were ignored, my failures magnified. Meanwhile, I was living a double life at college. I landed a full-ride scholarship, worked 2 jobs, and graduated top of my class, all without their bragging about me to the community like they did with my siblings. I started a career doing criminal defense work in a city miles away from home, and I was finally star, building a life on my own terms. But here's where it gets ugly. Last Christmas, during a family gathering I tried to step but guilt-tripped into attending, I overheard a conversation between my sister and her fiancé that shattered everything I thought I knew. Turns out my seemingly perfect older brother was deeply involved in some nasty, illegal stuff, money laundering, ties to a small but dangerous. She was helping him launder money by running a fake charity that was basically a front for cartel cash. My mother, the picture of grace at church, was funneling hush money to keep everything under wraps, and my father was using his legal prowess to quash investigations, bribing judges, intimidating witnesses. I almost lost it right there. The entire family was a facade, propped up by corruption, lies, and criminal dealings. And they'd spent my entire life pretending I was the weak, my black sheep who'd fuck everything up when they were the real monsters. Fast forward to a month ago, I decided that if they were going to try to destroy me emotionally my entire life, I was going to bring them down. I managed to hack into my sister's scam charity's I compiled evidence over weeks, leaking just enough to keep federal agents interested, but undeterred by any cover-ups. And last weekend, it all blew wide open. The feds raided their mansion during a family party I was invited to. Shocker. My brother was arrested on multiple counts of money laundering and conspiracy with a known cartel. My sister's charity was shut down for fraud. My parents are being investigated for obstruction of justice and bribery. The society pages are buzzing. Since then, I've been flooded with texts and calls from extended family members begging for answers, friends asking if it was true, and even my siblings begging me to help fix this, because I'm the only one with a clean record and legal knowledge. Here's the kicker: I don't regret a single thing. People ask me, Ada, for tearing your family apart? No, I'm justified. I'm the one they treated like dirt while they committed actual crimes and hid behind my pain and missteps. The black sheep was the only one brave enough to pull back the curtain. Honestly, the worst part is not the chaos or drama. It's realizing how deeply toxic they were, and knowing that all those years they spent tearing me down were just... So yeah, when did the black sheep snap? When I discovered I wasn't the problem. When I realized they were the monsters, and finally had the guts to expose them. I'm still in therapy. I don't miss my old family. But I'm finally free. Edit. Some of you are asking what I'm going to do now. Honestly, I'm embracing this new life. I've reconnected with a few friends outside of my family who actually care. I'm even thinking of starting a non-profit to help people escape toxic family dynamics and corruption. Getting justice for myself means helping others too. Thanks to everyone who's supported me. You don't have to live in someone else's shadow forever. Sometimes the black sheep is the hero we never saw coming.